Ignore that skip ad button for just 1 second.
Yo. What's going on, people? What's going on? Make sure you guys hit that like button on the way in. Let me see what we got so far. See we got the chat going. Somebody say hit the like button for every 3-star FSU sign. Hey, man, we should get 1,000 likes in here tonight, man. Appreciate that, boss. Orange and Green Blood, what's going on, my brother? Liberty City boy in the building, what's good? Say beat effing Bama. Yes, sir. Absolutely. That's the mission. One Saturday away. What up, T2Y? What up, Lee? What's up going on, man? CJ in the building. What up, King family? If I ain't late, nah, you right on time, man. You right on time. If we get into this conversation, CJ, if you want to hop in, just let me know and I'll drop the link for you. Miami boys say beat up Bama. Exactly. Beat them up. Hit them with them old school Mike Tyson hits. Okay, CJ, what's up? Said Manny Navarro. What's up with him? What's going on with you, Fresh? Florida Kane, what's going on with you, boss? Oh man, my brother Taz Haitian Kane, what's good with you? I see the new merch, man. I see the best team 2001. Definitely gonna cop. Man, BB the Gator, what's going on with you? Hashtag beat Bama. Yes, sir. All right, so before we go into the Alabama talk, let's kind of go over the scrimmage from yesterday. Manny Diaz, pretty much press conference, kind of summed it up, and there's a few things I want to talk about before we actually, go into Alabama's offense. So basically, we'll go ahead and add this. We're gonna go ahead and get through it. It's a 2-minute video.
What was the format?
Shout out to Inside the U. This video is being played from Inside the U. No copyright infringement intended. If so, please contact me. My email is in my description on my channel. Thank you.
And how did the team respond?
Yeah, the format was we kind of take the ones, put them on one side, and everybody else kind of goes on the other side and sort of tries to schematically give us what we think we'll see next Saturday. But the main thing is all of the substitutions, kicking game, all of the game day dynamics. We try to make all that as on point as possible, so we're ready to go next weekend.
We saw a lot of explosive plays and a lot of disruptive plays. What stood out to you?
Yeah, offensively, Derek, I thought, has gotten sharper and sharper every week. 20 of 26 for 317, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions. The backs ran good. Cam 8 for 47, Don 7 for 53, caught a touchdown. Offensively, explosions. Will Mallory had an 88-yard touchdown that I can't wait to see what his GPS miles per hour was when he was running. He was rolling. That was a sight to see. Defensively, though, I mean, it was hard to. If we were really being serious on sacks, there would have been a truckload. The most encouraging thing, the secondary, Tyreek Stevenson had an interception, DJ Ivey, Corey Couch, Bubba Bolden, Al Blades had an interception. Even Keyshawn Washington late in the scrimmage had an interception. So a lot of guys making plays, which gives everybody confidence going into game week.
Did this game give you an opportunity to showcase your depth as well? It seemed like a lot of guys were up with the 110-2s.
Yeah, that's how we started. We kind of started and we brought more and more guys to the quote-unquote Miami sideline because our expectation is that the level of play doesn't drop off no matter who goes in there. And I thought we played strong in the second half and finished the game well.
1 week from today, we'll be on a plane to Atlanta. Would you assess your team at this point, and what are you looking to work on the next 7 days?
Yeah, so now what we do is, well, number one, we got to be smart this weekend. It's the last off weekend, and guys worked really, really hard and got to make great decisions this weekend. We come back Sunday. We've really gone through a week of prep for the game. Now we go back through it, work all the situations on Sunday, come back normal downs, third down Tuesday and Wednesday, polish it up Thursday, get on a plane Friday. It's going to be here fast.
Great. Thanks, Coach.
Okay, thank you.
Oh man, so I've been talking for the last minute and nobody couldn't hear me. Okay, so basically what I was saying was from what Manny is saying, the defense had 6 interceptions. Six. 6 different guys caught interceptions. And I also heard him say that De'Aaron King didn't throw any interception. So who threw them interceptions? Basically, Tyler Van Dyke, Garcia, Matoka. Out of all three of those, who threw the interception? How many were thrown by each? Those are questions that we don't have answers to. Also, I mean, that's a great thing for our defense, showing that, we got some ball hogs out there. We got some people that's, going to locate the ball and make it happen. But it's kind of alarming to know that, we're throwing interceptions. It's a good thing that it's not De'Aaron King, because we all know Manny has been very clear about this. De'Aaron King is the starting quarterback for Alabama. Nothing changing that. Nothing. So it's good to see that De'Aaron King is out there lighting it up. 5 touchdowns, 0 interception, over 300 yards, But, man, that's a lot of interceptions. 6 interceptions in a scrimmage. I mean, so most of the time, people give up like maybe 2 or 3 interceptions, but 6, man, that's crazy. Anyways, basically, this is the last week until next week when we play Alabama. I'll be in Atlanta that Saturday, so won't be any live stream. Now we'll be live Thursday with Coach Hayes. Coach Hayes is having a live show basically from 4:30 all the way to 10:30 that night. Each hour we're going to talk about different position groups for the University of Miami. So Thursday, Coach Hayes football. Make sure you guys come on over. It's going to be an all-day affair, talking about every single position group for the University of Miami going into this Alabama game. Now, Alabama offense. We all know they lost their whole offense last season. That team that you saw that won the 2020 championship, that offense is gone completely. Vanished. Vamoose. Whatever. They not coming back. So we're going to look at some of the productions that they had last year and any of the players that they do have this upcoming season, what have they done in the past? Do they have any experience? What their numbers was like and what, we can assess to see, how productive they might be this season. But, with this being the first game, with them having a total new offense, it's going to be tough to kind of figure out what we're going to get against Alabama's offense. Now, their defense, I think they're bringing back 9 starters from last season. So you could pretty much check film on their last season defense, whatever. You can check the film on them, and you can kind of figure out what you're going to get defensively. CJ, the link is in the chat. Okay, so we make this a little bit bigger, All right, so obviously no stats for this season yet. So, they still got the old numbers from Mac Jones, from Najee Harris, Devontae Smith. That's the production they lost basically on offense. Those the numbers that they lost. CJ, what's going on with you?
Yo, what up?
All right. So let me run through the chat real quick to get all caught up. 35-31 Canes. That's from Mr. HD. A lot of people was telling me I was on mute. All right. So orange and green blood. I love my Canes, but they better come out ready to eat red meat if they want to win. Every down 60 minutes. Definitely agree with you on that. Yep. Every minute count. Little ill-advised mistakes. Those got to cut it out. This week, right now in practice, Manny got to be on them. Them little offsides, holding, personal foul, whatever. All that gotta go. Gotta get it out their system. All right. All right, all right. I'm still trying to get caught up. All right. Ballard, what's going on with your Ballard? Ballard, he's an Alabama fan. What's going on with you?
Roll Tide.
I'm telling you, T2Y Kitchens will be our next star safety. Well, right now it's too early to say who's going to be the star safety. Got Avonte Williams. We got, James Williams. We got a lot of safeties, man. Any one of those guys, hopefully we don't just get one star. We can get both, a pair of stars and just keep it rolling like that. Next year, another pair of stars. Next year, another pair of stars. But anyways, okay, Liberty City says hashtag beat Bama. Okay, so also got a list of basically the updated possible starting lineup, their depth chart, basically. Their depth chart has been updated. The one I did a couple days ago, they kind of updated it. I know what's the guy named Xavier Williams, he's no longer on the team. He hit the transfer portal. So that was a wide receiver that was on that list that's no longer there. But anyways, offense. Quarterback Bryce Young, backup second string, third string. We'll just go to second string. Paul Tyson. And then running back, Brian Robinson. I do see that he does have a little production. Brian last season basically took 91 attempts for 483 yards, averaging 5 yards a carry. His longest break was 21, and he had 6 touchdowns on the season. So he's not totally what's the word for it? He's not a total newbie. He's not totally a fresh meat or whatever. He does have a little bit. He did get a couple snaps last season, so we'll keep an eye on him. He was averaging, almost 5.5 yards a carry. So that's not too far off with Najee Harris at 5.8. So I do expect, Brian Robinson to be somewhat of a good running back for them. So what's going on with you, CJ? What's your thoughts on this, man? You there?
Yeah, I'm here. My bad. I was sitting there looking at the offensive line that Alabama has. They're not massive like they used to be, but they got some pretty big tackles on the end, but they're not massive like big like they used to be. So I think our defensive front can get a good push on them. But they do on the defensive line as far as Alabama, they got 2 guys on there that's pretty good, like real standout guys on the defensive line. But the linebacker core, they got question there. The secondary show question there. So they got some new guys starting on secondary, except one. It's a guy that played middle linebacker, I think, for Alabama, named Tua or something like that. And they don't know. That's real questionnaire about him.
You talking about Henry Tutu?
Yeah, right. And
just transferred in from Tennessee.
Yeah, he and also Nick Saban said, I don't know if anybody remember their spring game, but he said if they just do their job, then they'll be a perfect team. So that right there lets me know that they're on that we might play today, not play good today kind of thing, like how we was not being consistent. So this first game is gonna be a real rusty game for both teams, but I think we got more of an experienced team than they do right now. I mean, even though we ain't got as much depth, but still, I still believe we have a better chance of either keeping the game close or winning it.
Oh man. Hey. Quick, let's get off topic for 1 second. Did you watch the Iowa Nebraska game today?
No, I didn't. I didn't watch it. I was watching. I know I watched that high school game, but I know Nebraska lost though.
Yeah, now Nebraska, to me, it's a funny situation with Scott Frost because you know all the success that he had at UCF. You know, I think what two undefeated season or something like that, and then goes over to Nebraska, and for the last four seasons has been total chaos for him. And to come out today, you know, he's already one of those coaches that's on the hot seat. So for him to come out and lose to Illinois in the opener was kind of crazy. And at one point, Illinois ran away with the game. I mean, it came down to the last minute where you know Nebraska had the ball and had to march the ball down the field, starting at I think their 13-yard line, but nonetheless they couldn't do it. They lose the game. I think it's like 30-22, so they lost by 8. But at one point, it was bad. I think with Scott Frost, if he don't get the ball rolling and start winning some games, he's gonna get fired from Nebraska.
Oh yeah,
That's
most definitely.
that's plain and simple. You know, 4 losing seasons. That's tough. Anyway, back to this Alabama talk though. Like I said, let me pull back up the depth chart. Now, wide receivers, they got John Mechie, and we're gonna check him in number 2. Well, at X they got Javon Baker, and then at the H position they got Bolden. So let's see if any of these guys had any production last season. Because like I said, Devontae, Jalen Waddle. Okay, so Mechie had 55 catches, almost 1,000 yards on the year, averaging 16. Longest was 78, and he had 6 touchdowns. So that's basically going to be their star wide receiver, which, if you've seen any of my videos, basically Alabama's been talking so much, who's going to stop John Mechie? Mechie this, Mechie that. Who on your defense going to shut him down? Now, the other name we saw was Bolden. Bolden had last season 24 catches, 270, averaging 11 yards a catch. And then his longest was a 30-yarder, and he had 1 touchdown. So numbers, obviously, Mechie is, going to be the top wide receiver. And then the other name we saw in there was Javion Baker. So he's coming in from last season, 2 reception for 15 yards. Basically 7.5. So 15 was his longest. So he had basically 1 catch last season for 15 yards, and another one was for 0. And no touchdowns. So that's their starting wide receivers numbers, looking at it.
Well, I look at it like they got most of their numbers because they had a Heisman Trophy winner wide receiver. That took most of the defense. Double teams and stuff like that. So I mean, this year they don't have that. It's going to be totally different, especially with a quarterback like Bryce Young that they have. I see, and going back to that spring, that spring game, and to what I seen their practice, because I've been watching their practice ever since after the spring game. That offensive line will not hold up. He got sacked a lot of time in that scrimmage, but they let the play continue on just so you get that pass off. So typically, the offensive line is a basic offensive line. The average offensive line is not what it used to have at all. And because their defensive line wasn't no big guys, they was about the same size we got, and they was getting pressure. And they really sacked Bryce Young a lot of times. So I don't think he's gonna be able to get that ball off like that. As far as Derek King can have a hell of a game. Yes, I said it. Derek King can have a hell of a game. Because their linebackers, they don't pick up on the reads too fast. What they do, they spread they inside middle out, and they're gonna get spread when King can run up that middle because the line gonna open up that middle. But it's all gonna be seen when the game go on.
Yeah. All right. So moving into the tight end position, basically, you got a guy. It's a or right now. So basically, it could be the new freshman tight end, the one that we saw in the spring game. You know, the big tall kid that was like that dude's gonna be a monster for them in the future. Cameron, and then you got Jaleel Billingsley. So I know Billingsley got some stats because he played last season too. He had 18 receptions, 287 yards, averaging 15 and a well, call it 16 yards a catch, and then his longest was 34 yards, and he had 3 touchdowns on the season last year.
Mhm.
But he was also they do have a second tight end. You know, not too much production last season either, but he did catch 23, 253 yards, 11 yards, 34 was his biggest, and he had also a touchdown to go with that. So not too much production on offense for the Alabama Crimson Tide starters so
Oh, yeah,
far.
I want to.
That's
I want to
why
also.
that's why I keep telling Canes fans our defense could win that game for us.
Yeah, really can.
Going into it, our advantage will be on defense. We got so much talent on defense coming back. We got experienced players on defense coming back. Their offense is young. Most of them don't have no stats, have never played or whatever, or minimum play time, minimum snaps. So our defense, if they could keep them, you know, right now they're gonna come out nervous. So if we could keep them in a state where we dominate on defense, it'll give our offense a chance against their defense because their defense is loaded. Their defense is probably going to be rated going into the first week, probably rated, you know, top 10 in the country. So we're going up against a massive defense, massive defensive line too. So our offensive line definitely got to be on point that game.
Well, I mean, since Manny's calling the plays now, it's going to be a lot of blitzing. You already know that, and that's going to be a great thing against Bryce Young because I can tell he doesn't make no kind of good decision throwing the ball when he getting pressured. Just a little pressure. They don't even have to get in the backfield. Like all they got to do is get a little pressure on that offensive line, a little pushback. He'll throw the wrong pass all the time, and he loves throwing he underthrows the ball and he overthrows the ball. He does that most of the time. Now he might get lucky every now and then to get a good pass off, but I seen him throw a lot of overthrows and underthrows.
Okay, so
BB low.
says I will always pick experienced players over new players that has little to none. I mean, it depends. It depends because some kids are actually true freshmen. Some kids could come on and they look 10 times better than the guys that you had there for 4 or 5 years already. And they get the scheme, they get the playbook down pat, you know, faster. And also, you got some kids that come into this system, and it was the same system their coaches was running in high school. So, I mean, at the end of the day, best talent on the field. That's my philosophy. No senioritism.
I'm glad they think that their running back gonna get 108 rushing yards because y'all got an offensive coordinator in Bill O'Brien who was sorry at coaching at Texans, and let alone when he was at Penn State, they did the same offense, which was play action a lot. So I'm glad you feel that way.
Demetrius said 43 in the chat. Come on, Canes fam, hit the like button. Yeah, hit the like button. It'll help with the algorithm. It'll help to spread the word on YouTube that we're live and get more people to come on in. So appreciate that, Demetrius.
Orange and green blood, you are definitely right. We're gonna eat across the middle, not just across the middle, but deep as well. Long as King can put it accurately, because they defensive backs cannot keep up with who we got. Only than one defensive back. They safeties are all right, but their secondary they basically unexperienced.
Orange and green blood said I got Derek King taking a knee in the middle of the field to win the game. Hey man, I don't care where he take a knee, as long as we win it. I don't care where. He could take it in the Alabama locker room, as long as we win it. BB said y'all defense cannot go into. See, BB, that's why we got this, because you typing all crazy right now. When you type stupid stuff, you type crazy. We gonna win that game, man. We gonna win that game. We gotta win that game. I got too much riding on that. I said Brian Robinson for Alabama's going to rush. He's not. Do you see him getting over 100 yards on us? We lost CJ. Let me put the link back in the chat. I don't know. I can't say he's not going to get 100, but at the same time, it's tough. That's a tough one right there. Do you see him getting over 100 yards on us, CJ?
No, I doubt it. I mean, I can't say that he won't get close to it, but I doubt he get 108 yards. He might get 100. I ain't gonna lie about that part.
I mean, because he could get 100 yards,
Yeah,
and they can still lose the game.
Yeah, but
they're gonna run the ball regardless.
Oh yeah, that's Alabama. But at the same time, I don't know. I take that back because the offensive line, man, the offensive line is not, like I said, they ain't massive. And I believe our defensive line can get a good push, especially with our striker coming in. So he might get 80 something 90 yards because their offensive line is not nowhere near how big them guys was before the past years.
And Orange Degree Blood says King's offense will eat across the middle, running backs and tight ends.
Yeah.
Now, I know Mallory is at 100%. I know that the last scrimmage, I think Manny said he had like a 80-yard or 70, somewhere. Don't quote me on that. But he did have like a big, huge chunk of yard touchdown, somewhere in the 70 to 80s. So I feel confident in Mallory that, tight end wise, he gonna be productive. And I do believe his backup, Aurora, is gonna put up numbers too. But we definitely will eat across the middle. Now, running back wise, I'm not sure who's going to be running up the gut, whether it's going to be Cameron Harris, whether it's going to be Don Chaney. The rumors are out there that Knighton might be suspended for that game, but I guess we're going to find that out completely game time. But at this moment, I can't see who's going to be running up the gut. But if I were to give the ball to any running back to run up the gut, it definitely will be Cameron. And, Don Chaney is massive too, running up the gut. So that's tough. Young Jedi in the building. What's going on, Young Jedi? Is here, so ready for the game. Hey, you and me both, man. You and me both.
Yeah, man.
I'm ready to get on this plane, go up here, root for my Canes. Hopefully, I come back with a smile on my face. Hopefully, I come back and I don't have to go live the next day wearing the Alabama sticker on my forehead. Hopefully, I ain't got to pay out a whole bunch of bets. Because I think I got 3 different bets that Alabama will not, make that spread. The spread is like 18 and a half or 19, somewhere like that.
Yeah, it's like 19.
So hopefully, hopefully I don't have to make all them bets, making all them payments and stuff. Might have to come on here and start asking you Hurricane fans to help me out. Nah, I wouldn't do that.
I mean, they like everybody say Alabama reloads, and they do. They reload every year. But I think this season, first of all, I think they got the wrong offensive coordinator. That's number one. And I don't think they reloaded like they used to reload. Because they team don't even look like they're gonna be a threat in the ACC.
I got Miami Flow in the building with the $5 donation. Say, what's good, fam? Love what you're doing. Keep grinding. Hey, appreciate it, boss. Hey, love what you're doing. You making big moves, man. If y'all listen, look that name on the screen right now, Miami Flow. Make sure y'all do go subscribe to this man. This man
Most
is
definitely.
big moves, big moves. I'm talking about NIL deals for the players at Miami and other big stuff. This man got an arsenal of all kind of, alumni, Kane's family, Kane's football players. Trust me, y'all go subscribe and definitely follow him when it comes to recruiting. This man be on point. Miami Flow, appreciate the 5, bro. Hold on, let me get your video. Let me get the video playing. I hate that StreamYard updated it. So now it's like it's not the way I used to have it. But appreciate the $5.
I made a little bit of money.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that. So basically, every time somebody donates, I got a little clip to play for them. Appreciate that, man. I think I got another one if I'm not mistaken. So that's for the people that donate. I played a little clip just to say I thank you, and everything that you give goes back into the channel because basically memberships. If you join the channel every 3 months, at the end of the month, I do a giveaway. So what I'm doing is I'll go on caneswear.com, I'll find a gift, I'll purchase it, and I'll have it shipped right to you if you're the winner for that that drawing or whatever. So,
my bad. I'm watching the UCLA Hawaii game.
man, we got Sergeant AR-10 in the building. What's going on, Sergeant AR-10? Say mic check, mic check.
1 2 1 2. What up, Bahamas SC?
Hey, we got some Bama guys in the building. What's going on, Alabama fans? What's going on? Jalen, what's going on with you? We got Cameron, Oklahoma. I hope Miami wins. Hey, we all do, man. We all do.
Yo, UCLA is killing Hawaii right now, 44-10.
Miami boy says if Manny calls up the right defense, we will win. When it comes to calling the defense, only scored 21 points. I mean, exactly. But you got to keep in mind too, we never played a team with the caliber of Alabama. But keep it in mind too, this is a young Alabama offense that ain't did nothing. Other than a couple wide receivers on their team, hasn't proven nothing. So Miami is in great shape to win this game. We couldn't have caught Alabama at a more perfect time.
A more vulnerable time. But they wide receivers only got no stats because the Heisman wide receivers.
And he said he didn't mention Knighton at all post scrimmage. Yeah, I think going into this Alabama game, if Knighton is suspended, I don't think Manny want to be giving him any reps, any prep for Alabama. Because if he's not playing, the game against Alabama, no need to have him, taking up reps where the other guys could.
Or it might be a strategy where he might just be lying, saying that he's not going to play and giving reps and not letting nobody know.
T2Y equal let's go Canes. Hey, man, what's up? Get down, Brian. Oh, don't do it to me.
What in the world that was?
Oh, that was my Grey Goose, man. I just dropped the bottle. Thank God it didn't break. It's at the bottom, though. It's almost done, man. It's almost gone.
Nick 305, what happened?
That's the Grey Goose. Let me move it away before I end up breaking this.
But yeah, it's all gonna fall on Manny with the play calling on defense, man, because That offensive line they got, man. All they gotta do is get some kind of just a little pressure on Chase Young or Bryce Young, whatever the name is.
Terrence
And
Baker says Cam got to keep the stick moving, and he needs to be a clock killer in the fourth quarter. What's your take?
cool.
He said Cam basically got to keep the stick moving, and he got to be the one to kill the clock in the fourth quarter. Basically, you got to get them pivotal first downs. You got to basically keep the clock running.
I mean, the way Alabama defense looks, man, I'm pretty sure they can do that. Right? I mean, I'm not just saying it because of being a Cane, but just like I didn't see nothing impressive about Alabama, and I see Nick Saban really he's on his team's ass like more than the usual. Just cause the guys, I guess they going through the motions most of the time.
Yeah, he got a young team. I mean, he got an experienced defense, but overall, he got a young team. Miami right now, we got like 50 something freshmen. I mean, courtesy of COVID-19.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's why even this class, we don't have to necessarily sign 25, 26, 27 players. We could cap the class off at 19, and we'll be good in each position.
The only thing that we got to do when we come out is come out not flat. You know, come out not flat, and we make adjustments, make them real good, make good adjustments. That's what we got to do, especially because we used to being coming out flat, so we can't do that.
Doesn't look like Bama reload right now. Bama pull up in the highest.
Jalen Johnson, what makes you so confident in y'all team right now?
Look at it this way. This top class that they're bringing in ain't got nothing to do with this game coming up. They could bring in the highest rating class, whatever. They're not going to have nothing to do with this game.
Mm-mm.
None whatsoever. So, I mean, I'm not worrying about them, whatever they're doing in recruiting right now. Those guys that they're recruiting right now are in high school. They're playing their games in high school. This next week, we won't hear nothing about them. So I ain't worrying about whatever class they bringing in. I'm worrying about what they got on the roster right now. So those are the ones that we got to deal with. After we play that game on September 4th, Alabama is in the rearview mirror, and unless it's in some kind of playoff situation or national championship, we won't see them again probably ever. I mean, last time we played them was 93? Was it 93, 92? Or
I thought it was 94 or something like that.
And they haven't been. The only reason we played them then was for a national championship. It's not like they was on our schedule. We barely ever played them, so I'm not worried about Alabama's, classes unless we meet them in the playoffs in the future. That's when I'll like, okay, well they're bringing in that class from 2001 and 2002 or whatever, and now we're playing against them. But until then, I ain't worried about them. Brian B said he took that idea from Pope. Damn. No, I did. I saw Pope show and I saw Pope did, and I told Pope I got to step my game up. And I basically did, make the little thing. I did get the idea from him, and I did give him his credit for that. But I mean, that's how this YouTube thing's supposed to go anyway. Give credit where credit is due. If I see that you're doing something that I like it, I'm not afraid to do it too. All right, so where we at? Nick, what's going on? Okay, here's a question.
He said we're delusional.
What's your 3 top reasons Miami can beat Bama? First, offense. Their offense. That's number 1. They got a quarterback that's unproven, that's done nothing. Right?
Yeah.
What else you got? It's game 1.
Yeah, I mean the rusting game. Then and see that's the thing I don't get about Alabama fans. They sitting there talking all this stuff, but you gotta understand it's rusting game one. It's always a rusting game one and week one all the time.
Team one, nobody on their team offensively has proven nothing.
No, and then like they keep on talking about Tutu and hell, even some Alabama Alabama fans sitting there wondering what they're gonna get with What's his name? Toto. They trying to figure out what they're gonna get out of him. They don't even know about that. Like y'all only got
Also,
one defense.
you lost Sarkisian to
Yeah,
Texas, so now you're bringing in Bill
Bill
O'Brien
O'Brien. They got it.
to run a
Uh,
total different offense that the team ain't even used to.
yeah, because all he run is them play action pass crap like he did at Texas with Houston.
So those my three reasons right there. We got to beat y'all on defense, basically. Our offense will do enough, but we got to beat y'all defensively. We got to shake Bryce Young that first game. We got to apply pressure. We got to listen. We got to come off that edge and do them like we did Blackman at Florida State. Plain and simple.
Bryce Young got some reps. He got some reps, some cleanup reps last season in trash time. But being a starter is a whole different ballpark. But yeah, hey, you know what, Rashad, I'm glad Bama ain't worried about Miami because you know you keep overlooking us, you're gonna get swept. I mean, not swept, but you're gonna lose that game. I hope they're looking over us.
He said back to Bama's O line. Which side is their weakest?
I see most of the pressure come from the left side. I
Yeah,
don't know who on that left side, but it's that left side.
I was gonna say from the spring game, it's definitely on the left side.
Yeah.
But we've only seen the spring game, so that's what right now you can only base it off spring game when it comes to their
Well,
offensive line because they lost most of their offensive line to the NFL. So the ones that they have now basically can only make an evaluation off the spring game, unless you're an insider and you've been on, and you've been
I mean, I've been watching Alabama's. They put it on YouTube. They put their practices on YouTube. I've been watching. I mean, it ain't like the offensive line got much bigger than the spring. I mean, to be honest with you.
Here we go again. 12-man gaming nation. Alabama rebuild, they reload. They don't rebuild, they reload. If I had $1 for every time I've heard this for the past year, I'd be rich. They don't reload. They don't rebuild, they reload. Where did we hear this before? Wasn't it LSU?
Yeah. Yep.
After they won that national championship, oh, we don't reload. We don't rebuild. We reload. What happened to LSU last year?
They ain't reload. They ain't reload good enough.
Reload, then I'd rather rebuild.
Hey, highlight Brian B. Comment.
I'm trying to catch up. I'm trying to make sure I go through all. A lot of people have been telling me I've been skipping over a lot. Alabama.
Yeah.
We'll get back to Alabama, but if you catch the new team trying to figure everything out, snap on them, it could be a win. Yeah, we got to take advantage of that first game. We got to get them. They got all this first game jitters right now. Guys that ain't never been in the spotlight in this kind of arena. Trust me, man. We catch them first game. We couldn't have chose a better time to catch Alabama.
Yeah. And you know what? I mean, when we played University of Florida on week 0, we got up for that game, even though we lost barely. Imagine that we get up for this game for real. And the way they set up right now, I don't think we're gonna lose this game. And we get up like we did for Florida back a couple of seasons ago.
Now, Jalen said I'd advise King to just sit out this game. I'd advise Bryce Young to tell Nick Saban to schedule easier teams the first game of his first start of his collegiate career because it's going to be bad for him. Say Will Anderson might put something in. I don't know what he's talking about there. Say y'all are in for a treat, laughing loud. Bama defense is going to be insane this year. Nobody is contesting y'all defense. We do expect y'all defense to do great things. Unfortunately, your defense could only do so much. That first game, I don't see your offense being as productive as you guys think it will be. I think you get it going throughout the rest of the season once those guys, get a hang of it. But that first game, y'all downfall is our come up. Plain and simple.
Like I said, I just think Alabama got two goddamn defensive linemen. That's pretty good. A linebacker, returning defensive back, but the other ones are all questionnaire.
He said Henry Tutu is one of them dudes too. But will Henry Tutu be starting or will he be coming off the bench? I mean, they linebackers pretty much didn't. I think who did they lose from the linebackers on that defense? I think they lost the linebacker. If I'm not mistaken.
A couple of them.
Where did Patrick Surtain play?
Oh, he's shit. I forgot.
I know he got drafted. Didn't he go to where did Patrick Surtain go? I can't put my finger on where he ended up getting drafted.
Too bad hey, did you watch that little short video I posted about the Alabama fan?
I think the 10-second one.
Yeah, he got that little UFC fighting him. I don't know what that is. He's telling how hot it is outside of Alabama.
All right, so let's take a look at their defense. Actually, defensive end. So we got some Alabama fans in the chat. I see some Roll Tide and all that. One of y'all Alabama tell me what does that Roll Tide mean? Be honest with you, I ain't never looked it up. What does that mean? Why do y'all say that? Why do y'all got a elephant? Somebody let me know. Yeah, but most of these guys on defense, they starters. Let me see if they have them on have any stats for them.
Terrell Rich said a mouthful. He said Alabama has a whole new offensive coaching staff on top of a bunch of new players starting for the first time. Miami wins. Man, this is going to be easy money. They sure do got a whole new offensive coaching staff. Just saying.
Okay, so they're saying that middle linebacker Henry Tutu is going to get that start.
Yeah.
Basically, Henry Tutu, to evaluate Henry Tutu, you'd have to watch him play at Tennessee. Linebacker also Will Anderson. I did see that name on the list from last year. Okay, so he had 33 solos, 19 assists, basically 52 tackles last season, 7 sacks. What about his what else did he do? Yeah, 1 forced fumble. What else? Who else on the linebacker? Christian Harris. Let me see if he did anything last year. Okay, so Christian Harris is probably their best linebacker. 79 tackles. What else?
How many assistant tackles?
29. 27. Yeah, so he'll be their best, most likely, most experienced guy coming back in the linebacking position.
R.F. Ty said they only lost one linebacker. That was Dylan Moses.
Yeah, that was their number one guy. He had 80 tackles on the season. Interception, forced fumbles, whatever. So yeah, I mean, like I said before, nobody's questioning their defense. Let's check out their defensive ends.
They tight end. They got I remember that big tight end you told me about. Now that's somebody I'm kind of a little worried about. He's so big.
Okay, so defensive end right here. 12 tackles. What is that? Sacks. Where is that? So the defensive end, LeBron pretty much ain't really proved anything. Hasn't really proved anything. And then the other guy, what's his name?
I'm trying to tell you, bro. They ain't got no but like two defensive linemen at best. One, I know one for sure is a beast, but the other one he's decent.
Okay, so the other defensive end apparently didn't do nothing either.
I'm trying to tell you
Actually, no, he actually did put up some numbers.
but still, like I said, it's still not. They're still not the same team. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's not the same team.
He had 21 tackles. I'm at 31 tackles, 1.5 sack, and 1 forced fumble. So defensive wise, hold on, got Young Jedi in the back. Young Jedi, what's going on?
Man, what's good?
What up, Jedi?
What's up, CJ? Man, I'm just pumped up and ready for the game. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to expect. People say we might be Alabama, but I really just don't know. I don't know. I mean, but y'all are pointing out facts that like they don't have a lot of returning players, and like I don't know, it's just a lot of freshmen and stuff. But I just gotta see how they play.
Yeah, we really don't know what to expect for our team. If they're gonna come out flat or not. That's the only thing I'm really concerned about. An adjustment and preparation.
So we got Zoe here. What's her name? Florida State fan. He's like, please tell me y'all not breaking down Bama players. Well, we would break down Florida State players, but there ain't too much to break down. This video would have been like, all right, so they have nothing. All right, good night, guys. Man, listen, Florida State fans, y'all leave me alone now. I don't see y'all lost another 2 players to the transfer portal. Don't let me drop another video.
Dang.
Leave me alone.
I told you they gonna win number 1 game, and that gets you mad.
I'm trying to give them a break now. But they keep bothering me. I'm gonna drop that video. Everybody transferring out. How you give a guy the starting position and he hit the transfer portal?
Dang.
That's tough. That's tough. Anyway, back to Alabama though. Yeah, defensive wise, like I said, the DNs haven't really done much.
Mm-mm.
I mean, to be honest, if we had, I mean, I can't even say that because those first round picks. So, but if we did have, Knighton back, and we did have like Russo, we would have ran away with this. But I mean, them guys are first round guys, so at the end of the day, this is what it is.
Y'all so disrespectful. Alabama fans are so disrespectful. It don't make no sense.
They DBs. See what they DBs done. Projected started. Let's start with their 2 cornerback. Josh.
They only got 1 returning. Just let you know that now. They only got 1 returning from that started last season. But the other one I think they got repetition, and that's it.
Okay, so Josh, he had 55 tackles, 2 sacks, pat downs 11, and forced fumble 2. Okay, no interceptions. All right, what's the other guy named? Jay something. Oh, there you go. Is it Moody? Hold on. I forgot what I was looking at. Nah.
I'm looking on cheerleaders, boy. God, dog. UCLA won 44-10 against Hawaii.
Yeah, I couldn't watch that game.
I could.
This guy, the other guy they got started at cornerback hasn't pretty much done anything. He had 2 tackles. That's it.
Yeah, I told you.
2 assist tackles. Oh.
Yeah. I told you they only got 1 defensive back that started, and the other ones they might have got a little repetition in. Other than that, they really ain't got no playing time. Now I said their whole defense is only like 4 players that actually might do something compared to the rest of the questionnaire.
I'm telling you, bro. That chat jumped on me just then. I don't know where I'm at now.
You know what, Hurricane Miller? I feel the same way. No, these Bama fans can't write out a full sentence correctly. And you know what? And I've been seeing it on Facebook, everywhere. That's how you know they a Bama fan, man, because they can't write a correct sentence, bro. I'm like, man, that's that Bama education right there.
Jalen Johnson said, young Jedi, come to the dark side. Just say roll tide one time, bro.
Never. No.
Oh, man. And you'll only catch me saying roll tide in a joking fashion.
But what does that even mean? Like,
I don't know.
no, like, where did the tide come from? Like,
Where did the crimson? For real, where did this elephant come from?
I don't know, man.
You know, barbecue that joker.
I don't know. That's just like Auburn with their War Eagle Tiger thing going on. So I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's the Alabama thing, I guess. I don't know.
Like I said, I think we're gonna be fine going into this game. From looking at Alabama's team, looking at their production, offensively and defensively, I think we're fine. I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, I believe so too.
I think with all the COVID thing, you know, giving us a lot of depth in a lot of positions, I think we couldn't catch them at a better time.
Yeah.
Is Vontae Williams playing? I heard someone say they think he's gonna be playing, but he ain't gonna be starting.
Well, that situation, I have no idea. I haven't been hearing anything. Only thing I know, he's back on the team. He's back in school. For right now, that's all been said now.
Hurricane Miller said we're the only one who mascot makes sense. There's no damn elephants in Alabama.
Now, maybe when Florida State was a clown school, when they stopped being a clown school, they had to give up the elephant, so maybe they gave it to Alabama. That's the only thing I can think of.
They should have been named Florida State Clowns. You got that man on that horse painted face and all that.
I seen a story going around talking about they might have the most offensive mascot in the country. That's tough.
Yeah, that is kind of.
But I mean, to Florida State's defense, at least the Seminole tribe don't mind them, you know, using that. It's not the same situation like it was with the Redskins.
Yeah, because like FSU, they go all out with it. Like, it's like that's their whole thing.
I think the Seminole tribes actually benefit from it. So that might be why. But yeah, like I said, on paper, I don't see a reason for us to be concerned about Alabama. Go out there, play mistake-free football, you know, limit the mistakes. Of course, we're going to make some mistakes, but, you know, keep them at a limit. And I think we could get a win. This game is not like everybody else is saying, like Miami has no chance.
This is a very winnable game. It's just like when has Miami ever like limited the mistakes when we said limit the mistakes, you know? I just want to see how they go out and play. The coaching is supposed to be getting better, but I don't know. Like from last year, you know, we had a lot of penalties on the offensive line, jumping. Like it's gonna be loud in the stadium. I don't know how it's gonna pan out.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like Miami fans were treating it like we just want to go in the game and play perfect. And that's not what's going to happen. We're going to be struggling just like how Alabama is at the beginning.
Yep. No, I said week 1 Russ game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. Now, I do know when it comes to cornerbacks for Miami starting, I'm hearing that nobody can touch Couch. I'm hearing that he's the best cornerback we got on the team.
Oh, yeah, he's nice.
If he start getting called for holding every now and then, he'll be great.
Yeah, because from what I was seeing, you know, he more of a bully linebacker.
Oh yeah,
not linebacker.
Defensive back.
He's more of a bully. He will stick you.
Yeah.
But with I think a lot of the referees was on him last season.
Mm-hmm.
But man, dude has emerged, man.
Hey, Rashad, Miami is not no broke university. You got the wrong university. It's called broke.
Liberty City Boy says you don't know what's gonna happen, Jedi. Laugh a lot. Canes might come and play a perfect game. Laugh a lot. That'll be crazy.
No team has really played a perfect game though.
Mm-mm. We just need the defense to be good.
Yeah, we just need our defense to keep holding them and keep like we could give up field goals, but like I don't want our defense to just give up touchdown after touchdown and make our offense stay up with them. Like if our defense could just keep on holding them, we'll be good.
And we got 90 people in the chat. Y'all hit that like button. If you ain't hit that like button, hit that like button.
I know. If we get like I said, we get pressure on Bryce Young, we'll get them interceptions. He overthrows. He overthrows a lot.
I should have saved this to my computer. Trying to see if I can pull up our starting lineup, projected starting lineup.
And see, Bryce, he young too, so if we could rattle him early and get a couple sacks early, we'd be good.
Yeah, just apply pressure. He's young. He ain't never been in that spotlight before.
No.
Now, if he come out there and look like he's been, we got to shut that receiver down, that John Mechie. Because if Bryce Young come out there and he looks spectacular, we basically got to take out his targets.
Yeah, that tight end, I don't know.
Yeah, that tight end they got, that boy looks so serious.
Yeah.
He might not even start.
They be stupid if they don't.
Yeah, I think he started.
Yeah. Oh, the HBCU game on too, y'all. Just let y'all know that.
The who?
Oh yeah.
What game is it?
Alcorn State versus NC Central. They're just not kicking off.
All right, so hold on. Let me put this on the screen. We got to look at Alabama ugly team no more.
Dang, I should have went up there to Atlanta today.
Okay, so what we got here, hold on. Okay. Let me get the comment off.
Man, they got a thick a female referee on the field. Oh, my bad, y'all talking too much.
So basically, going in, you got Derek King number 1, Tyler Van Dyke number 2, and Garcia number 3. I still want to know who threw them damn interceptions in that last scrimmage.
I tell you, TVD, Motoka.
Yeah, but basically for our quarterback room, they giving us giving Derek King an egg and giving the depth all 3 an egg. So basically, this is the grades from the 247 inside the U. Running back wise, they got Cam at number 1, and basically for second it'll be Don Chaney or Jalen Knight. They're giving Cam a grade of a B, B plus for our 3 starters overall. Pay attention, Alabama. These are guys that are going to be running the ball down your throat.
Hey, don't forget about Derek King, because he's gonna do the same thing.
Yeah, I feel like Derek King, he might have the most rushing yards just because, when, it's deep routes down the field and it ain't nothing there, King is going to take off.
I don't think they might want to rush Derek King as much.
Man, you got listen, Derek King get paid now. He gonna run that ball. I ain't hearing that.
Think about it. I mean, it's Alabama. It's the first game. You don't want to risk him running the ball too many times and possibly getting hurt. We still got a whole season to play.
He's a competitor. He gonna slide.
Alabama is there's 3 teams that we play that's irrelevant on our schedule. 4 teams actually. The non-conference games, they're all irrelevant.
Yeah. But I'm saying he gonna compete. He already say he gonna compete, so he gonna do everything to win that game. And then he get paid. I mean, they get paid now.
Yeah, but we don't need him to run a million times and possibly get
He
No,
gonna
hurt.
I'm not saying he gonna run a million times. I'm just saying like when the pockets go down, he ain't gonna
Basically,
be
what I'm
scared
saying,
to
I
run
don't need
for a
him to
first
be our
down.
number 1 rusher. I don't need when the stats come out. I don't need to see Derek King over everybody.
listen. I think and listen. You know, I've been talking smack about King, but I think King gonna have a way better season this season than last season because he getting money now. That's just my theory.
All right, so they saying basically outside receiver Rambo, then Pope, then George. Then they got outside receiver Keyshawn Smith, D. Wiggins, Michael Redden, or
Said what?
Keyshawn Smith,
You said D. You said D. Wiggins.
D. Wiggins second,
At
Michael Redden,
will.
or Romello backing Keyshawn
Lord.
Smith up.
They still got D. Wiggins.
I got Michael Redden over D Wiggins.
I got anybody. I got the whole everything over Wiggins and Pope.
But they say Wiggins and Pope, they done improved a lot.
Yeah, I gotta put. That's what I was just about to say. I gotta put that that season from last year behind y'all. Let them go out there. If they
Oh man, we ain't got time for that, man.
I mean, they're not starting, but if they go out there, give them a shot of a doubt. I've
We
heard
don't
a lot
have.
of improvement from Mark Pope, so
Oh
you know,
Lord, I got a headache.
I mean, not to rain on our parade, but I know Charleston Rambo still got a little bit of the drop piece himself.
That's what I know. That's why I said we should just kept Redden, Smith, and X. All let them boys start, and then rotate the drops in third.
So then at slot receiver, you got Mike Harley. Backing him up, you got Restrepo and Brashard Smith. They basically rating our starter as a B and our depth as a B plus. So we do got plenty of receivers.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a great receiving room.
All right, so
we got time. We got time for that no more. Hey, Ray John Rondo signed with the Lakers again. I just had to let y'all know that
Yeah, I seen that, man.
they signed everybody. Boy, they got that dude from Love and Basketball signed with the Lakers.
just go ahead and give my Lakers the ring right now. We'll take it. We'll
I mean,
take
you might as well. They signed everybody named mama.
it. All right, so tight end Will Mallory, of course, and then Elijah Aurora. Starting, they're giving Will Mallory an A minus, and depth for both. They're giving us an A. So
No, I feel like Mallory gonna be the difference maker our whole year. I feel like he gonna be a great tight end this year. Like his draft stock gonna go way up than what it's gonna be.
Oh yeah, definitely agree on that. As long as he stay healthy.
definitely agree too.
Yeah, as long as he stay healthy.
Can you say tight end? You?
Well,
Yeah.
they know we produce those.
All right. So offensive line, basically left tackle Zion Nelson, then Scafey. Any objections? They're projecting that Zion Nelson should be a first rounder this year.
Well, we gotta see.
I agree.
I mean, we can't do no but see.
All right, so left guard, you got Jalen Rivers, Usman right behind him. Center, you got Corey Gaynor and Ja'Kai Clark. If I'm not mistaken, I think Ja'Kai, if I heard correctly, I think he was dealing with some injury, but he should be ready, should be playing.
Yeah. Alcorn State just scored 7-0.
Right guard, we got Navon Donaldson and then Cleveland Reed to back him up. And right tackle, the transfer from Houston, number 62, Jared Williams. And then the other transfer that we just got from UNLV, Justice, he'll be backing up, Gerard So
I think we'd be pretty good on the offensive line, though. I
yeah,
mean,
they're giving our
fairly decent.
starting off offensive line, they're giving them a B, and
Yeah, it'd be
for
decent.
depth, they're giving us a B plus. So we're trending in
Hey,
the right direction.
Hey, them Florida Liz gonna lose against FAU.
I hope it. Oh my God. I'm telling you, it'll give me a reason to make about 3 or 4 Florida videos.
Florida
Josh Pray.
State, they play tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Florida
Florida State.
play Sunday. Not this week, but next week.
I
Oh,
thought
They
I thought they played Saturday.
play on the 5th. They play Notre Dame.
Damn.
All right, so defensive line. Defensive end, projecting starter to be DeAndre Johnson, transfer from Tennessee. And behind him will be Zach McCloud. So you guys won't see Zach McCloud starting. I know you guys are sad and upset.
Man, they just keeping that man on the team because they feel sorry. That man been on. This dude been on the
man, Zach
team for 8
McCloud proved
seasons.
y'all wrong this year. Zach McCloud gonna prove y'all wrong, man.
I believe so too. He was
Listen,
he was
let me tell you something.
recruited.
Let me tell you something. Hey, Zach McCloud been on the team for 8 seasons. This don't make no sense. I thought it was on the 5 at best, but this man been on the team for 8 seasons. That don't make no sense. What are you gonna do? You might as well just go ahead and get your job at Target or something. I don't know, guy. If you ain't got it by now, it just ain't gonna happen.
Hey, give him who knows? Give him a chance. Maybe we'll see something different.
BB Low, BB Low, y'all are gonna lose to FAU. I'm sorry, not sorry to tell you that, because they got Perry and y'all. I don't know what y'all got going on over there.
He said he's smoking Flocka. Oh man, defensive tackle, Nesta. Backing him up will be Jared, and then right behind him will be Leonard Taylor. I think as the season progresses, I think Taylor will probably take out Jared.
Yeah.
Defensive tackle. You also got John Ford and then Jordan Miller.
Whatever the Leonard, what his name?
Who?
What that boy name?
Leonard Taylor.
Yeah, he's number 3. He's number 3.
Dang, he was so hyped up coming in.
Yeah, but
You gotta learn the playbook and stuff.
You gotta learn the playbook, and he only
yeah. Here we go. This damn learn the playbook thing. Go ahead though.
learn the playbook.
Ain't
You
that what
gotta
the
realize
safety too?
he just came in the fall. He wasn't here for the spring.
Listen, I remember when Nesta came in, and he didn't know the playbook at all. But he showed out when he came in.
Listen, man. When it comes to Leonard Taylor, that's raw talent. He might start off as number 3, but I guarantee you, at the end of the season, he will not be number 3 on that depth chart.
Nah, but we gonna see him against Alabama though. I feel like they're gonna do a lot of switching and flip flopping and keep like the starting guys let them have energy for the 4th quarter.
And then on the other side of the defensive end, Jafari Harvey and then Chance Williams. So they're grading our starters a B- and then a B overall. So far we're pretty, A's and B's when it comes to position groups. Linebackers, the big talk. Now, weak side, Keontre Smith, Wayman Steve. Middle linebacker, Corey Flagg, BJ Jennings. Now, BJ Jennings, I am still hearing the rumors that he might be suspended for the first game, but we'll see how that goes if he's there against Alabama.
Hey, I agree with Liberty City boy. He said ain't no playbook on D line. They have a couple of twists. That's all exactly. You got the A gap, B gap, or you might have to be drop back every now and then. There ain't no playbook for no D line. Put that man out there.
That's tough.
Put that man out there.
Now, striker, you got Frierson, or they put an or in there. Amari Carter. I don't think it should be.
Oh,
I think Frierson should be starting.
Yeah.
I mean, that's tough though. I definitely think you're gonna see a lot of Amari Carter against Alabama. Because that dude is, physical.
I was seeing him out. I was seeing him out there. We trying to take somebody out.
Oh man.
Just being honest, so we know he's gonna get a helmet call. That's just guaranteed.
So they're giving our linebacking class a C minus, and as a total, they're giving them a D. So, as you guys can see,
That's
been
our problem right there.
exactly that's been our issue right there.
Another thing is on the center on our offensive line last year. He wasn't like King had to like look down at the ball to catch it. He wasn't really putting it right in his hands. I want to see if they get better with that this year too.
Oh
Because
yeah.
he got to keep his eyes down the field a lot. He was fumbling with the ball and then looking up and he was getting sacked right there. So I want to see what they doing with that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if King was your height, Jedi, then I think it would be all right. I'm sorry, I had to throw one Kevin hard enough. Oh man.
So cornerback, secondary DBs, cornerback they got starting Kari Couch. Backing him up will be Tariq Stevenson, and safety Bubba Bowden starting. Brian Balaam, from what I'm hearing, Brian Balaam will not be here this season. He'll be out on an injury. But we'll find out more as it come in. Not sure what the injury is, but I am hearing that he's suffered an injury that he will be out the whole season. So
who that?
Brian Balaam.
Dang.
Oh, hey. We got Al Blaze back though, don't we?
No, Al Blaze is practicing.
Yeah.
With the safeties from what I'm hearing, but who knows? Maybe it won't be Balaam in that spot. Maybe it'll be Williams. Maybe it'll be one of the Williams.
Oh.
Other safety, you got Gervin Hall, and right behind him, you got Cameron Kitchens. And cornerback, DJ Ivy. And then behind him, you'll have Al Blades Jr.
They start Ivy again?
Ivy is the...
He supposedly got better, CJ. They say he got way better, CJ.
Here we go. I knew it. Here we go.
Is the most improved cornerback we have on the roster.
Because you talking about practice?
From what I'm
Because you talking about practice?
It all starts at practice. Without practice,
Lord.
I mean, how do you determine evaluate what you got unless they go to practice?
He was good. He was good in practice the other seasons. But look, oh man.
But what you gonna start somebody over him just because he does good in practice?
We talking about practice. Like AI said, we talking about practice.
Yeah, that's where it all is. That's where it all starts. Practice.
Our practices don't go like it should for the game for everyone.
Hey, at the end of the day, that's how they determine this practice.
Practice.
If you want my spot, beat me. Show them that you're better than me in practice. Other than that, you're gonna have to wait till game time. I'm gonna start game time.
I guess, man. We'll see what Ivy got, man.
So they're grading our starters a B minus and a B for overall. So like I said, Balaam might be out for the season, so we'll see how that progresses. Not sure what the injury is. They didn't disclose it. Now special teams, of course, kicker Andre Borregales. The little
That's
brother.
the man.
And then you got Lou as the punter. I also see that we got another punter coming out of Australia.
Yep.
The Canes All Access on ACC Network the other night. Then you'll see that we're bringing in another guy from what's it called?
Australia.
There you go.
Y'all might be right about Ivy because we don't have the same defensive back coach. This one he'll sit him down if he ain't doing good. So
I feel like Ivy got all the keys to be a great cornerback. Like he built perfect to be a cornerback. It's just play good.
Got the right teacher now. Huh. Kickoff return, Mike Harley, Charlton Rambo. Punt return, Tariq Stevenson, Xavier Restrepo. Overall, special team is an A minus. So, and there you have it.
Why don't we? Why are we using Stevenson? We already got a thin depth chart on the DBs. Why take the risk of getting him injured?
He not even starting at cornerback.
Yeah, but we need all the ones we can get.
Yeah.
That's kind of stupid.
So
And then,
basically, the biggest concern is linebackers.
yeah, 'cause I don't know. They said who that was. Dang, what that boy's name was. He was getting all them tackles that one season. Dang, I forgot his name. What name? Brooks?
Yeah, he injured, right?
Yeah.
Sam Brooks injured, but he should be making his way back into that lineup.
And as far as that return, I think they need to take X off of that and put like one of them other guys that's not even getting a chance to rotate in the game. Like, put people in that's not getting the rotation in. You know what I'm saying? So we can conserve what we
But
have starting.
they doing that because they want to put somebody in there that they could depend on and not fumble a ball.
So I mean,
I still take a
looking
chance.
at the guys that we got going into that game against Alabama, do you guys have any concern?
Any concern?
Our linebackers.
I say they probably got the momentum as far as the fans. Hopefully they don't have more fans than we got in the stadium.
Oh, they gonna have more fans than we got in the stadium. You talking about Atlanta? Like, literally, Atlanta is like 2 minutes away from Alabama.
Yeah, it really is.
That's a home field advantage for them, regardless.
Yeah.
I mean, but I'm gonna be there. I feel like a lot of Miami Hurricane fans are gonna show up.
Yeah, but they're not gonna show up like the Crimson Tide do. They're gonna be showing up talking about Roll Tide, and I still don't know what that means.
Nah, but they are already down here because I live in Atlanta. I'm going to the game. I already see all these cars with Alabama stickers and all.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, it's the state of Georgia. Alabama owns Georgia. Plain and simple, man.
No comment on that one.
They own Georgia. No
comment on that one. And then the bad thing about it, I ain't number 2 hours away from Atlanta. That's the bad part about it. They be all the way down this way in South Georgia.
Used to Lamb Cockingham, Abandoners, and Cartels.
Dang, they got a small quarterback.
For those of you Alabama fans in there that's looking at Miami, it's like, oh man, don't get scared now. Don't get scared now.
But traffic gonna be hell when it comes to that game.
I ain't gotta worry about it. I'm catching an Uber from the airport.
Wow.
Liberty City, yeah, I'm probably gonna be at the tailgate, but I don't know. I'm going with my dad and I'm meeting up with my grandpa, but they always tailgate, so I'm probably gonna be there.
All right. These numbers definitely gotta improve drastically this season.
I'm gonna come to the tailgate with a nice sized cup in my hand with that cranberry juice in there, smoking my cigarettes.
I'm gonna show up, and go home. I'll be back that same night.
For real? Dang, you getting out of there quick.
My flight will be I'll touch down in Atlanta at around 9:42 in the morning. I'll Uber to the stadium, tailgate or whatever, watch the game, hang out after the game, and then 10:30 that night, catching a flight right back to Palm Beach. I tried to do it where I was going to do the whole weekend, but stuff didn't quite work out like that. You got to realize it's on Labor Day weekend.
Yeah.
So when I try to book hotels and stuff like that,
Nah, but it's gonna be packed. So you smart, TCY. Cause I live by I've been to that stadium. It be packed. It don't be no parking. So you smart for Uber in there.
Hey, what's called, man? This dude, they just snatched this dude's whole helmet off with ease.
Oh, you watching the Alcorn game?
Yeah, bro. Like, the dude literally snatched the quarterback's whole helmet off, and he just kept holding on to the thing.
Yeah, man. Like I said, production-wise, going into this game, offensively, I think we'll be all right. Defensively, we'll be all right. Suffering at a couple of positions, but I think we can get it done. Like I said, we caught Alabama at the best time. Now the game after we play Bama, I'll be looking forward to see them play the Gators in week 3. I want to see basically the difference between us playing them and the Gators playing them. How far Alabama came along, the other game that they played, and see how far the Gators came.
Hey, how many games y'all think Florida State gonna win this year? I think they're gonna win 1.
3.
3?
So I'm like, what?
Yeah, I'll give them UMass. I definitely give them UMass.
Who's the other non-conference game they got? UMass, Jacksonville State.
Jacksonville State, yeah, for Alabama.
You think they're gonna lose to them too?
Yeah, I think they're gonna lose them too. They got a pretty good team. They actually really do got a good team.
Yeah, but that's the same team we saw Florida State came back 21 down and beat.
It's gonna be worse. It's gonna be different this season. It's gonna be different this season.
I don't know. I hate Florida State sometimes, but all the time. But
they're playing with water guns and stuff. Like, really?
I think they'll be more improved to actually beat Jacksonville State though. Maybe 10-9-3.
They literally, that school should be named not the Seminoles no more. It should be named the Florida State Clowns. They out there shooting water guns and all that.
Do y'all know they need to bring the crate challenge to the Miami Hurricanes tailgate?
Oh no, we don't need nobody injured.
Listen, I'll be more than happy to record y'all doing the crate challenge. Just know my big ass ain't getting on there.
Man, listen, you get on them crates, you better make sure you got some good medical insurance.
Get on them crates. Listen. If you stack 1 crate and 2 crate and then put 1 crate at the bottom, I'll do it. But if you go any further than just them 3 crates that I just said, I ain't doing it. Not me. Nope.
That jump would be so funny though, like.
But
Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that meme of Florida State falling off them crates?
Yeah.
I
posted it on YouTube.
Yeah, he did. That's what he does.
That shit is hilarious, man. So,
come on, ain't studying no roll tide. Y'all still ain't saying what roll tide mean. And where you get an elephant from?
I know we got some Alabama fans in here. Can somebody please tell us what the meaning behind roll tide? Can somebody please? Let me Google it.
Most Alabama fans bandwagon, so they really wouldn't know.
Exactly. Because, man, look, you said a mouthful. That's all I gotta say.
I wonder if Siri knows. But Siri never knows.
Roll Tide. Is that a stampede? Like, it might be stampede, I guess. I don't know.
Hey, Siri. What does roll tide mean?
Here's what I found from dictionary.com. Roll Tide is a phrase trademarked by the University of Alabama. It is a cheer used to rally fans of the college's athletics teams, known as the Crimson Tide.
So does it have no meaning?
Really?
Yeah, it don't got no meaning.
They got no meaning. They just stupid for no reason. Just stupid. Are you just stupid?
Somebody say it's an elephant stampede.
That's why I thought it was. Why you just don't say stampede?
All right, so They screaming Roll Tide, and I guess it means an elephant stampede or a herd of elephants. When the hell did Alabama have a herd of elephants to stampede?
I guess Jurassic Park. I don't know.
Who came up with this concept? Did they get a whole bunch of elephants and brought them to Alabama and they stampeded? What?
Alabama was never supposed to be good. That's why it don't make no sense. They were supposed to be a trash school all their life and have a weird meaning, but they done got good.
Man, that's sad.
When did the stampede happen? How many people got trampled? Seriously, man. Seriously, man. When did they bring a whole bunch of elephants to Alabama? Now, if Alabama was located in Africa and they talking about Roll Tide, okay, I got you.
Oh, hey, Liberty City Boy posted up. Beat Bama Pep Rally is at 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. September 3rd, live at the Battery in Atlanta.
Yeah, I won't make that. I'll be in Atlanta on that Saturday. Like I said, when I tried to book them hotels, they was forcing people to do 3 nights. Some of them hotels was like so far away from the stadium and stuff. I was like, it don't make no sense.
Oh, yeah.
And then, it's Labor Day weekend, so they jacked up the prices.
And the traffic is already bad down here, so.
Dude, I was booking a hotel. If I were to book a hotel, when I was trying to book the hotels, they was basically saying if I would have booked it the day that I was trying, it would have been like 100 and something a night. But then when I tried to do it for that Labor Day weekend, they got all these asterisks.
Probably 300 a night.
I put it there. It's like 400 and something a night. I'm like, woo.
Oh.
And then they're like, okay, well, if you book 3 nights straight, I think it was like 500. I'm like, y'all taxing, man. I'm taxing.
I'm thinking about going over there and trolling Pope.
Oh, Pope live?
Yeah, I might go there and troll him.
Well, I mean, we pretty much covered everything, so I'm gonna pretty much hop off this thing. I think, like I said, I won't be live again until Thursday. I'll be on at 8:30 on Coach Hayes football. I'll be basically talking about Miami Hurricane linebackers. We'll be talking about position groups. So I'll drop videos throughout the week. I'm pretty sure I'm going to troll Alabama a little bit more if I come up with something. I'm pretty sure I probably should drop the video on Florida State about the transfer portal situation again. 2 new players this week hit the transfer portal. That's tough. And yeah, man. But pretty much, thank you guys for coming through. Thank you guys for hitting that like button, subscribing to the channel. I am going to stream some of the games this season. Most likely the ones that plays on ESPN3 or ESPN. What's the other ESPN thing?
I don't know what
ESPN Plus. There it is. The ones on ESPN Plus, I might stream some of those. So you know how we did it last spring, where we did all the FCS games. I might do some of those. I might stream those. Hopefully, I don't get no copyrights. So, anyways,
I'm with Liberty City Boy. Beat Dumbo.
Exactly. Hopefully, we beat Alabama. Because if we don't beat Alabama, I'm gonna have to come live the next day, and I'm gonna have to put an Alabama sticker on my forehead for the whole live stream. And I'm pretty sure that all the people that I make bets with, they're gonna come in here. Cash at me, please. Cash at me, please. Well, good thing is we're not just betting on whether Miami win or lose. They're betting on the point spread. So
yeah,
we go out there and we lose by 3 points. Some people are gonna come in here and pay us to lose, and I'll put some of that money back into the channel. But I'll be cash apping you guys. I'll be cash apping you guys with their money. How that sound?
That sounds good.
We like, hey man, we got some of this recruit money from Alabama.
Hey, look, we go buy some of those crates and put it over there at Florida State. See, they're gonna walk on.
Hey, man.
Nah, but did y'all hear Coach Coop this track?
Oh, you know, I started watching. I gotta
Yo,
rewatch
that
it.
duck so hard. I didn't know he was gonna
Yeah.
come like that. That's
Hey, man,
he
y'all
need to be
late, man.
performing at the tailgate, man. They need to have him performing at the tailgate.
Y'all late, man. Coop been doing this stuff for years.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Man. But anyways, man, like, share, subscribe. Make sure you guys, check out the channel. Check out Young Jedi. Check out TJ Kings. And I'm out of here. Good night,
Yep.
folks.
All right.